Student Jay Swaminarayan. Today we continue with the building bylaws chapter number 2. Drain. Drain यानी क्या? A system or a line of pipes with their fittings and accessories such as main hole. Main hole यानी क्या? Usually with a cover through which a person may enter a sewer, drain, steam boiler, etc. Especially one located in a street. Okay, that means आपने देखा होगा जो भी ड्रेन है, ड्रेन का वो ढक्कन होता है रोड पे. ओके, that is called main hole. Inspection chambers also known as a main holes are an important part of any drainage system. This access points allows drainage professionals to inspect and survey underground utility infrastructure. That means अंदर की सिस्टम देखना हो, ड्रेन पाइप में कोई लीकेज है कि नहीं है, वो सब देखना हो, तो इसीलिए क्या यूज होता है, मेन होल और inspection chambers. Then these access points allows drainage professionals to inspect and survey underground utilities, infrastructure and platform essential repairs and cleaning work. Traps in plumbing. A trap is a U-shaped portion of the pipe designed to trap the liquid or gas to prevent अनवांटेड फ्लो. ओके, अनवांटेड फ्लो है उसको रोकना है, तो यू शेप आपने पाइप में देखा होगा. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड यू शेप पोर्शन ऑफ पाइप. Most notably sewer gases from entering building while allowing waste material to pass through. Okay, then gullies, a deep ditch or a channel cut in the earth by running water after a prolonged downpour. A deep ditch or channel cut in a earth by running water after a prolonged downpour. Then flow trap, used for drainage of building and yards, apartments to the building within the same cartilage, within same structure, and includes an open channel for conveying surface water or a system for the removal of any wastewater. That is called flow traps. Next, drainage system. A system or a line of pipes with their fittings and accessories such as main hole, inspection chambers, traps, gullies, flow traps used for the drainage or yard appurtenance to the buildings within the same cartilage, and that means same structure, and includes an open channel for conveying the surface water or a system for the removal of any wastewater. Dwelling units, a shelter consisting of accommodation for the single family having at least one room of the minimum floor area of 9 meter with minimum side of 2.4 meter with water closet. Escaped route यानी क्या, circulation, that is passages, corridors, courtyards. Passages यानी that is called passage, corridor यानी this one, and courtyard that is open to sky. Okay, vertical में क्या आएगा, staircase, ramps, lifts, etc. provided safe place in the open air at the ground level. Such circulation escape routes should be well ventilated. Then principle underlying the building bylaws. The broad principle which should be observed which framing the building bylaws for any locality are as follows. First, classifying the building with unit as a family and mentioning the requirements. Classifying the rooms according to use and then specify the minimum standards. यानी कोई भी building bylaws, principles of building bylaws क्यों जरूरी होता है. Broad principles which should be observed while framing the building bylaws for any locality. कोई भी building bylaws हम prepare करते हैं तो क्या ध्यान में रख के करते हैं. The classifying the building with unit as a family or mentioning the requirement. Family member कितने हैं, okay, कितना units चाहिए, okay, unit as a family. and mentioning the requirements, classifying the rooms according to the use, and then specifying the minimum standards of each room with respect to the size, height, floor area, and ventilation and light. Okay. the rooms classifying the rooms according to the use के हिसाब से रूम की साइज कितनी होनी चाहिए, and then specifying the minimum standards of each room with respect to minimum standard of the each room with respect to the size, height, floor area, ventilation and light. Specifying the height of compound wall, location of the compound wall gates, controlling height of the structure, laying maximum limit of height in certain zones, controlling projections in the marginal spaces, insisting on suitable FSI and FAR. Okay, specifying suitable arrangement with respect to the drainage and water supply, making compulsory the appointment of an architect or engineer for the work of specified nature and magnitude, specifying materials and workmanship as per the standard specification for the construction of the building, specifying the setbacks. ये सब rules regulations सब कुछ ध्यान में रख के बनाया हुआ होता है और उसके हिसाब से हमें प्लान करना होता है कोई भी बिल्डिंग. Specifying setbacks, light plane margins, specifying minimum size of plots, the dimensions and frontage. Building bylaws for the residential area. A brief description of various building bylaws to be framed for the residential area of a typical town planning scheme is given below. The content and provisions may be altered to suit the local requirements. Size of the plots. Each plot shall have a minimum size, that is frontage, corresponding to the type of the development as given below. Detached बिल्डिंग है तो प्लॉट साइज कितनी होनी चाहिए, अबाउट 250 मीटर स्क्वायर. फ्रंटेज कितना होना चाहिए, अबाउट 12 मीटर. यानी फ्रंटेज यानी आगे स्पेस कितना छोड़ना चाहिए, 12 मीटर. सेमी डिटेच बिल्डिंग है तो प्लॉट साइज इज 125 to 250 मीटर स्क्वायर. फ्रंटेज इज 8 to 12 मीटर. रो टाइप बिल्डिंग है तो कितना होना चाहिए, साइज ऑफ प्लॉट इज 50 to 125 मीटर स्क्वायर and frontage is 4.5 to 8 meter. Okay, then building bylaws for the residential area limitation. The limitation of the area and height of the building of the different types of the construction and occupancy occupy the classes achieved by satisfying the floor area ratio. Limitation of area and height of the building of the different types of construction. That means area कितना होना चाहिए, height कितना होना चाहिए. Okay, तो किस पे से पता चलेगा, फ्लोर एरिया रेशियो. फ्लोर एरिया रेशियो के हिसाब से हमें वो सब अरेंज करना होता है. फ्लोर एरिया रेशियो इज स्पेसिफाइड टेकिंग into account the following aspects: occupancy, class, type of construction, width of street fronting the building and the traffic load, then locality where the building is proposed and the density, parking facilities, local fire fighting facilities, water supply and drainage facilities. The comparative FARs for different occupancies and types of the construction are given in table. The authority shall select a basic FAR for one occupancy and a type of the construction and arrive at the FAR values. दैट मीन्स FAR के हिसाब से सब होना चाहिए. जो कितनी ऑक्यूपेंसी है, दैट मीन्स ग्राउंड फ्लोर कितना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप 2 फ्लोर रख रहे हो तो ग्राउंड फ्लोर कितना लेना चाहिए, फर्स्ट फ्लोर कितना लेना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल FSI 1 है तो हम क्या करेंगे, 50% बिलो और 50% अबव कंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हैं. फिर अगेन आप 1% को 70-30 में भी डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, 40-60-40 में भी डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. FAR for the building facing one public street of at least 9 meter width. तो residential building UL type 2 then 1.41. फ्लोर एरिया रेशियो कितना रखना है, तो अलग अलग बिल्डिंग्स के लिए. ओके, एजुकेशनल बिल्डिंग के लिए, इंस्टीट्यूशनल बिल्डिंग के लिए अलग अलग दिया है. ओके, UL that means unlimited, NP that means not permitted. The type of the construction according to the fire resistance may be classified into four categories. Type 1 construction, all structural components offer 4-hour fire resistance. Then type 2 construction, all the structural components offer 3-hour fire resistance. Type 3 construction, all structural components offer 2-hour fire resistance. Type 4 construction, all structural components offer 1-hour fire resistance. The FAR values given in the table may be increased by 20% for the following services. A basement or cellar and space under a building constructed on stilts and used as parking space, storeroom and air conditioning plant. Electric substation, watchman's booth, pump house, garbage shaft. The FAR values given in the table may be increased by 7 for the following services. आप क्या है FAR 20% इंक्रीज कर सकते हो, तो किसके लिए इंक्रीज कर सकते हो, तो इसमें दिया है इलेक्ट्रिक सबस्टेशन, वॉचमैन्स बूथ, पंप हाउस, गार्बेज शाफ्ट एक्सेट्रा. स्टेयरकेस, रूम एंड लिफ्ट रूम above the top most story, architectural features, chimneys etc. Then built up area. The FSI shall be one with maximum utilization up to 0.40 meter ground floor. Okay. Group housing. Suggested FAR and coverage for multi-storied building for group housing shall be as given in table. Okay, तो suggested FAR है for multi-story building for group housing shall be as given in table 3.4. The residential plots, the covered area and built-up area shall be as follows. In a bazaar marketplace, the covered area shall be exceed 75% of the area of the site. In a bazaar or market area, the covered area shall exceed 75% of the area of the site. In an industrial plot, the covered area shall not exceed 60% of the area of site. यहाँ पे एक टेबल दिया है FAR एंड कवरेज फॉर द ग्रुप हाउसिंग. ग्रॉस रेसिडेंशियल डेंसिटी पर्सन पर हेक्टर 125. Okay. Maximum coverage in percentage 25 and house area ratio is this. Okay. Then in residential plots, the covered area and built up area shall be as followed. Area of plot is less than 200 meters square. 66.67% of the plot area on the ground floor and first floor, nothing second floor except versatility not exceeding 25% of the ground floor. Then 201 to 500 meters square, 50% of the plot area or 133 meters square, whichever is more. कितना एरिया कवर करना चाहिए, तो टोटल एरिया ये है, प्लॉट साइज है, तो इसमें आप इतना एरिया कवर करना चाहिए. ओके, तो दैट इज़ कवर्ड एरिया और बिल्ट अप एरिया, इतना एरिया में आपको बिल्ट करना होता है. मार्जिन्स और ओपन स्पेसेस. द ओपन स्पेसेस इनसाइड एंड अराउंड द बिल्डिंग पर्टिकुलरली रेसिडेंशियल टाइप हैव टू बी प्रोवाइडेड टू कैटर फॉर द लाइटिंग एंड वेंटिलेशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स. Front open spaces. Every building fronting a street have a front space forming an internal part of the site as follows. Front open space 1.5 meter. Width of street fronting the plot. Okay, तो width of street है तो 7.5 मीटर अप टू है, तो फ्रंट ओपन स्पेस इतना रखना चाहिए. 7.5 to 18 मीटर स्ट्रीट है तो 3 मीटर रखना चाहिए. देन 18 to 30 मीटर है तो 4.5 मीटर रखना चाहिए. अबाउ 30 मीटर है तो 6 मीटर रखना चाहिए. एवरी बिल्डिंग फ्रंटिंग स्ट्रीट. ओके, तो जो भी बिल्डिंग है वो वहाँ पे रोड वगैरह जा रहा है तो आपको आगे स्पेस कितना रखना है उसके रिलेटेड है। द बिल्डिंग बायलॉज फॉर द रेसिडेंस, उसमें फॉर बिल्डिंग अप टू मैक्सिमम हाइट ऑफ 7 मीटर। In case of a building above 2 or more streets, the value of the open spaces is to be based on the average width of the street, subject to minimum of 1.8 meter. एवरेज विड्थ ऑफ स्ट्रीट कितनी है उसके हिसाब से फ्रंट स्पेस रखना चाहिए। फॉर द streets less than 7.5 meter in width, the distance of the building line shall be at least 5 meter from the center line of the street. Rear open space. Every residential building shall have a rear open space, forming an integral part of the site of an average width of 3 meter at one place measuring less than 1.8 meter. पीछे कितनी स्पेस रखनी चाहिए इसके रिलेटेड है। ओके, द एवरेज विड्थ ऑफ 3 मीटर एंड एट ऑन प्लेस मेजरिंग लेस देन 1.8 मीटर। In case of back-to-back site, the width of rear open space shall be 3 meter throughout. For the plots or of depth less than 9 meter, for building up to 7 meter height, the rear open space may be reduced to 1.5 meter. Plot of depth less than 9 meter. Okay. For building up to 7 meter height. 7 meter height, the rear open space may be reduced to 1.5 meter. Side open space. Every semi-detached and detached building shall have a permanently open air space, forming an integral part of the site as below. For the detached building, there shall be minimum side open space of 3 meter on both the sides. For semi-detached building, there shall be a minimum side open space of 3 meter on one side. For the row type building, one side open space is required. The above criteria for the open spaces are applicable to building up to a maximum height of 10 meter. For the building of height above 10 meter, the open spaces shall be given in table. यहाँ पे एक टेबल दिया है। फॉर एग्जांपल बिल्डिंग की हाइट 10 मीटर है तो हमें साइड ओपन स्पेसेस कितनी है। हाइट ऑफ बिल्डिंग 10 मीटर, 15 मीटर साइड एंड rear open spaces to be left around the building 3 meter 5 height के हिसाब से ये spaces है। Exception to open spaces. The following are permitted in the open spaces. Cornice roof, weather shades not more than 0.75 meter wide. Okay, उतना हम 0.75 मीटर तक हम वेदर शेड रूफ वगैरह परमिट कर सकते हैं। कॉर्निक दैट मीन्स क्या, स्टेप्स वगैरह होता है उसका आगे जो पोर्शन होता है, ओके, राउंड पोर्शन, दैट इज कॉल्ड कॉर्निक्स। सनसेट्स ओवर विंडो वेंटिलेटर्स आर मोर देन 0.75 मीटर वाइड, दैट मीन्स 0.75 मीटर वाइड सनसेट्स ओवर विंडोज और वेंटिलेटर जो भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं वो उससे ज़्यादा हो तो हम परमिट कर सकते हैं। प्रोजेक्टेड बालकनी एट हायर फ्लोर ऑफ विड्थ नॉट मोर देन 0.9 मीटर। प्रोजेक्टिंग रूम्स बालकनीज एट alternate floors such that rooms of lower two floors get light and air and the projections being not more than the height of the story immediately below. Projecting rooms balcony at the alternate floors such that rooms of the lower two floors get light and air and the projections being not more than the height of the story immediately below. Okay, thank you.